The best way you can support me is with a simple subscribe. Subscribe to my channel for more content like this. All right, Mr. TALIAFERRO TV, please subscribe to my channel for more exclusive content. We're closing in. We're less than 5,000 away from 100,000 subscribers. Wow, this is crazy to me. Please subscribe to my channel for more exclusive content and conversations like this. All right, so I now know this. LeBron James, people are going to think LeBron James was the greatest basketball player to ever play the game, right? I see how y'all do it now. Don't get me wrong, Michael Jordan is the GOAT to me, but I'm starting to look at things. When people retire, y'all put them on a pedestal. And I'm starting to figure that out. Like when they're alive and they're in the moment, y'all don't really rock with them. But when they retire and you know you can't get that back anymore, y'all love them. Yo, I'm just going to side note here. Y'all know I love Joe Budden. I always big up his podcast. But the rapper Joe, let's make it clear. I never checked for a Joe Budden record. I like rap to a degree. I'm not going to say I'm not the hip hop head where bar for bars got to be this, bar for bars got to. I'm not that guy. Y'all know I do my thing here with rap. I love telling stories, doing interviews. And let's call a spade a spade. Y'all was not checking for Joe Budden artists like this. Let's just call a spade a spade. Y'all was not checking for Joe. As a matter of fact, there was only a few media outlets that covered Joe Budden's diss records to Drake around this time last year. But because Joe Budden has retired, because his podcast is in a different space, because he joined Everyday Struggle, now y'all put him on a pedestal as an MC, a top-notch MC. Not saying he wasn't, but I remember Joe Budden being the crazy dude that women thought was attractive, but he was crazy sitting on women on Love and Hip Hop. That's the Joe Budden. That was what people thought of his persona about a year ago. I don't know what has changed outside his retirement. I'm guessing y'all really don't like when y'all can't have something anymore. Anyways, with that being said, QC, Quality Control, they're coming out with a mixtape, right? They are coming out with a mixtape. They're going to have the Migos on it. The lead single was that Scotty 2 Hottie record from the Migos. I didn't really care for it that much. It was decent. Yachty's going to be on the tape. Lil Baby's going to be on the tape. It's going to be a collab. The whole crew are going to be on this tape. I think it's a dope move. Label's trying to get them some get back. And that tape is coming out very soon. So they started releasing snippets of the tape, right? Just to get, some fan interest going. And on the snippet that Quavo released on one of the records, it is I think the name of the record is called Control the Streets. It is a diss record fired in the direction of Joe Budden. All right, this is what he said. Icy Trey on nigga flooded. If a nigga hating, call him Joe Budden. Pussy. Yo, hold on, man. So again, Icy Trey on nigga flooded. If a nigga hating, call him Joe Budden. Pussy. The ad-lib was pussy. Alright? Y'all know Joe was gonna find out about it. Obviously, you do a show every day. Just like Wendy Williams. You got a show, you got a platform, you talk about everything else, you got to talk about yours as well. I'm pretty sure this will be the topic of his podcast next week. And I'm pretty sure this will be the topic of Everyday Struggle tomorrow. Joe Budden hopped online and he was like, Quavo on smoke? LOL. Soon as it's all peace, he decides to unleash this lyrical venom in my direction. That's crazy, shaking my head. And then somebody tweeted at Joe. They were like, man, they think you're MC Food out here. And Joe was like, shit, crazy. And then Joe was like, nigga called me pussy on the ad-lib track. And then somebody asked Joe, would he be coming out of retirement to diss Quavo? And he said, don't be silly. So we will not be getting a Joe Budden diss record in return. Let me just state this. I don't agree with with Joe Budden and everything that he says on his podcast. Let me make that clear. Or I don't agree with anybody. I own the right to my own opinions, and I love my opinions, and nobody can buy my opinions. But with that being said, I always respect Joe Budden's opinion and perspective. I like different perspectives. I think the game, hip-hop's such a young sport from this media sense, we don't understand that more perspectives are good. Nothing's wrong with everybody voicing their opinion. Joe comes from an era that really cared about the sport of hip-hop. We don't see too many like that now. I like Joe's opinion. I learned a lot of knowledge about hip-hop that I didn't know through his podcast and Everyday Struggle with academics. But here's the problem with rap and rappers, and this is why I gotta side with Joe on this one. Here's what rappers don't want. Because it all gets back to this whole Joe Budden dropping the mic during the interview with Complex on the BT Awards red carpet. And listen, let me make this clear. Joe was wrong for doing that to the Migos, right? Dropping that mic. Take it from me. Like, I am the right person to take it from. Y'all forgot about my story with the Migos. They literally pretty much disrespected me in an interview. Let's take it back.
Migo gang for my brother. TALIAFERRO.com.
All right, we are back. A skate edition with the Migos. They out here in Memphis, Tennessee. You rocking with us, TALIAFERRO.com. Quavo, Takeoff. How y'all doing?
Yeah.
Takeoff, what's going on?
So trust me, that interview was like 3 years ago. I was one of the first real Migo interviews they had in the atmosphere. Yeah, that's real. Like, you can go do your history on that one. That was like 3-4 years ago. Take it from me. I know how disrespectful the Migos at that time Offset was locked up. I know how disrespectful they could be, but I respected their time. They didn't have to give me their time. I think Takeoff of Quavo was like, yo, we're going to do this with you because you're a college student. At the time I was in college. And I respected that. So you got to always, as an interviewer, you got to always be professional. I get it, Joe. You was a rapper, but that ain't your job right now. You know what I mean? You're a personality. Your job is to care about the artist. It ain't about you anymore. You know what I mean? So I get it. That was disrespectful to the Migos. And this little disc could have been done months ago. It's a QC tape. So again, the records could have been done months ago. I'm pretty sure they did this or whatever you want to call it. Quavo did this around the time of the BET Awards. They probably did it in LA that night, to be honest with you. But with that being said, I don't like rappers who are trying to stop personalities from telling their opinion. I don't like that. Because as rappers, we allow you guys to tell your art. I got a lot of love and respect for the Migos, but let's make it clear. They're not talking about roses and dandelions in their music. Their music has an impact on kids who want to be like them. Sell that white, them birds, trapping. They want the bad and bougie chick. You know what I mean? They want a Scotty Too Hottie. They put the little chick on the molly. She smashing everybody. Let's make it clear. The Migos music ain't clean. If y'all got the right to put that music in the atmosphere that kids are listening to, Joe Budden has the right to criticize, critique your music or, you know what I'm saying, your space in hip hop. It's only right. And I've never respected how rappers don't want personalities and people to have their opinion. Now, when a rapper sees you, they got the right to check you. They got the right to get off any energy that they want to get off. That's fair as well. But let's make it clear. Personalities have the right to say, and I'm not just doing this because I'm a personality. Well, maybe a little bit. But let's make it clear. As a personality, which Joe Budden is, which I am, we got the right to criticize this music. It's an art. It's meant to be criticized, right? And I think one part with rappers, they don't like people like Joe Budden. They don't like him in the game. They don't like him in it because for good or for bad, he's going to live his truth, what he thinks about music, or a lot of other personalities that are growing their platform. Charlamagne, another one. You can't buy their opinion, and it hurts people. You know what I mean? You just can't buy their opinion. So rappers get upset with that. That's why they're scared to go to their platforms from time to time, because they don't like that. They don't like that they can't control the narrative. You know, with radio stations for so long, radio stations got award shows. You know what I mean? They need interviews, they need content, they needed the records first. For so long, artists could control that narrative with the radio because they needed content, right? They needed these guys to perform at their shows, their summer jams, whatever. Now, you got different outlets, everybody got their platform. They like, man, we got our own fan base. You got people that's gonna come support me regardless, with or without the interviews. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, and there's so many artists now. For every one that declines, 5 rappers or singers will come up and do an interview. So I think there's a lot going on here. Joe said he's not responding to Quavo. If Joe were to come out of retirement, should he come out of retirement for Quavo? I want you guys to talk to me in the comment box below. Has Quavo warranted a Joe Budden unretirement party? Like, is he gonna come out, give him bars? I don't think the brother's coming out. He says he's not through his tweets. Maul, his podcast buddy, said he's not coming out of retirement. We will see what happens in this situation. I don't think I'd come out of retirement if I was him for Quavo either. It probably wouldn't get it wouldn't be a bigger name that he Because remember, he's had a couple people come at him. Russ made a Joe Budden diss record. You know what I mean? So a couple people have come at him. Quavo's the biggest name. Chance kind of came at him too, but I say Quavo's like the bigger name in rap. He's the more industry tied, right? So you're not gonna get pretty much a bigger name. So if Joe wanted to make a statement, Quavo would be the guy. But if you diss Quavo, you're kind of muting your point, right? You're dissing a guy who doesn't do lyrics. So that would kind of be purposeless. So I don't think he's gonna come out of retirement and diss him. Who y'all got in this battle? Quavo or Joe Budden? Talk to me in the comment box below. I would love to see how Joe Budden stands up. Remember, Soulja Boy around this time last year was ready to spar with Quavo, and it didn't turn out too good for him. And Soulja Boy got Sean Kingston jumped. I think Joe Budden will be a little better than that. Lyrically, he'd kill Quavo, but popularity, what is he really gonna do? Because Quavo can hop on a track and say ga 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 ga. Joe Budden still got a ba 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 ba. Ain't niggas gonna say it's flames. And I love the Migos, but he got the ear right now. So there's really no win for Joe Budden. I don't think he comes out of retirement for this. Talk to me in the comment box below. Subscribe to my channel. Again, for more exclusive content, conversations like this. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on I'llNever.com, shawty.